What's going on? This is ThirdLion. I'm back with another video to share a little more about getting started as a music producer. I'm going to go through some things that you need if you want to start making beats, but this video is going to be going over equipment such as laptop, audio interface, headphones, and more. Thanks for taking a look. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see from me. Tutorials, lectures, whatever. Let me know in the comments. Thanks again and enjoy the video. So the first thing, computer. You need a reliable PC or Mac, something that has enough RAM, enough processing power, and something you can, either use an external hard drive to, or has a big enough hard drive for a large sound library. Right now I have a 2019 MacBook Pro. It's like the middle tier version. So it did run about $1,500, which, is a lot of money to a lot of people. I get it. If you want to work on a Mac, you can find really good MacBooks with the M1 chip. That is a pretty good start for about $600 to $800. You'd have to look on like various websites with like refurbished products and things like that, but they're definitely out there. You may even be able to find my current laptop, the 2019 MacBook Pro, for $500 on the right website. If you want to use Windows, I suggest a gaming laptop, which will run you a similar price, $600 to $800. All right, the next thing would be an audio interface. So what this is, it's a device that allows you to connect headphones and instruments to your computer and provides better sound quality. This is actually how you'll record. This is also how you'll plug in your monitors, studio monitors, and we'll get to that later in the video. You have to decide how many inputs you need. So you could start with just the Focusrite Solo. It's just a small audio interface that has one input, meaning you can record one instrument at a time. It's a perfectly good way to start. They're about $100. Again, it's a single input. You can only record a single instrument or a single vocal at a time. If you want more inputs, you can probably spend $100 more. The Volt, it's made by Universal Audio, is about $200. I'll drop a link for that as well. MIDI controller. This is a keyboard or a pad controller that allows you to input MIDI data, and we'll go over that in another video, into your DAW. This is how you play melodies and chords and things like that. This is how you use your VSTs. They can really vary in price only because it's such an accessible technology. You could probably find some for as low as $100 up to $800. Keep in mind the $100 option would only have probably 25 keys. So if you want more keys, expect to spend about $150 to $300 for those. Got some links for those as well. All right, I did mention the studio monitors earlier. These are high quality speakers designed specifically for accurate sound reproduction. This is what you'll be using to listen to your production or your beats. In most cases, you'll be using active studio monitors. You'll probably spend about $300 to $500 on a pair of reliable monitors, and that's the low end. The price can also vary depending on the size of speaker that you want. For 5-inch speakers, you can find them for about $250. For 8-inch speakers, you're probably going to be spending more like $500 and that's for a pair. So again, just really decide on how big your space is. Decide if you need big speakers. I'm in a pretty small room, so I kept it to 5-inch speakers, and they're great. Headphones. It's really important to get like high quality headphones specifically made for music production, because this is what you'll be using for mixing or working in spaces that you can't like play your music aloud. Audio Technica closed headphones are really great for starting out. They cost about $100. Bayer Dynamic also has a great pair of headphones. If you want to spend a little more, they're about $170 if you have that little more to spend. And moving on to microphones. So a good quality condenser microphone for recording vocals or acoustic instruments. There's a variety of usable condensers, probably in like the $200 to $300 range. Think about brands like Lewitt or MXL or Octava, but they're not the only options. I have an Aston Origin mic, which is the best mic I've owned, and I spent under $500 for it. I spent about $300 on it, so I'll drop a link for that. With your mic, you're also going to need a stand and a pop filter. Obviously the stand to hold the microphone in place when you record. They'll run you about like $30. You could probably find it for cheaper secondhand. The pop filter is this guy right here. So you place it in front of the microphone. So you place that in front of the microphone to reduce like popping sounds when you record. The popping happens with like certain consonants, like P obviously, and other sort of vowels or loud or other sort of vowels or loud sounds. You can easily find a pop filter for $10 on Amazon, maybe $5 on eBay. Moving on to cables. So various cables, you're going to need a few different types. XLR cables specifically for the microphones, and then the 1/4-inch TRS cables for connecting other hardware and your studio monitors. So cables should be a simple purchase. Just get your 2 1/4-inch cables to plug in your studio monitors into your interface. The 1/4-inch cables will run you about $40, and then maybe get like a 10-foot XLR cable, which will cost you about $20. When it comes to brands, I'm of the opinion that cheap cables will probably do just as good as expensive cables, but the durability may waver. You may have to change out your cheap cables a little more frequently than maybe your branded cables and things like that. So just consider that as you're looking for cables. All right, external hard drive. This is for backing up your projects and storing large sample libraries. You could find external hard drives for really cheap these days. Even ones with like huge capacities, like 2 to 3 terabytes. I've seen some for like 25 terabytes, pretty affordable prices. You could really go far with a 2 terabyte, $80 to $100. It's not uncommon to have multiple. Think about that too. Hard drives are really important. I have a couple. I probably should have more, but you would be surprised the amount of times that a hard drive, native to your computer, just fails. Sometimes even these external hard drives fails. Not any specific brand, but it's you have to really try and think ahead a lot with that. So it's really important to get an external hard drive. There are so many ways to save money when you're starting out, like I did it. Always check your local like marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, local pickup. You could get some great deals on laptops and other production equipment. Sometimes people will even sell like entire kits, the speakers, everything, all of it, because maybe they tried and either upgraded or or are moving on to something else. Another way to save money is to kind of start more stripped down. So getting back to the studio monitors a little bit, consider what equipment you might be able to work without. If you're maybe you're working in a space that you don't really have, you can't play your music maybe invest in better headphones, forego the monitors for a little while. Do you have plans on recording people when you're starting out? Be truthful to yourself. If you don't, then maybe you don't need a microphone or accessories. So you may not need the audio interface, the cables, and the microphone. So you could save money that way just to start out. So some people start out literally just using laptop, headphones, and a keyboard, and it removes some accessibility, but you could save like $500 even, especially if you already have a laptop that you own that you want to use. So yeah, it's really important to think about that as you're starting out. This is a lot of equipment, and just be patient with yourself, and you don't always have to find the best and newest thing. Sometimes it's about the craftsman and not the tool, and you would be surprised on the aged or broken equipment that some people have made popular songs on. You never know. So definitely consider that as you're looking for all this equipment. So yeah, thanks for watching. Again, hit like and subscribe, and I'll make another video soon. So thank you again.